Hi, my name is Ramon, and today my topic is going to be on life's narrative, specifically focusing on Dan McAdams' life story model. McAdams argues that a person's identity cannot be discovered by just collecting a study of their personality traits or goals. Instead, it's based on a story. A life story tells how a person started, where they're going, and who they ultimately become. McAdams' study sees life as an internal narrative. People like me from Western societies started forming our stories in late adolescence and early childhood. He even believes that the root can begin from infancy. However, Erikson's theory argues that adolescence marks the official initiation, and that's where the story actually begins. Now, as we grow into adulthood and on to different stages of aging, the story is redefined and refashioned. So life changes, so does our identity, which can be seen through our emotions. So it's basically our responses to tragedy, triumphs, and even in intimate relationships. Mr. McAdams, encourages us to look at a life story and put it as a book. So we outline the chapters based off of how we go through the events in life. So each turning point can be seen as a different chapter. And all these chapters, towards the end, it comes to the ultimate of to who we become in the ending. Now, as people, when we make certain changes throughout life, major changes to our identity, we normally like to tie that change in our identity to specific events. So, for example, if I decide that a part of who I have become in my religion, I am going to prove to myself and to others how meaningful this change is and the reason for it, I'm going to remember a specific event to tie the change in my identity to. Two of the major motivators in a person's change in identity throughout life is agency and communion. Agency can be defined as achievements attained throughout life and a level of independence gained throughout life. Communion is focused more on what goes on in relationships, like love, a sense of belonging, and intimacy. Now, in regards to a sense of belonging, it could be anywhere from belonging to a certain friendship, a group. It could be in your family, it could be in your workspace, but overall, it's just a sense of being and having that identity in that specific relationship. And let's not forget about beliefs. Beliefs, values, and morals are very important, and it ties into why we do the things we do. So it gives us reasons for our actions. Overall, to tie this up, which is very hard to keep in a timely manner, overall, writing your story is about a cumulative of events that take place that ties into who we ultimately become. It could be the high points, it includes the low points, life-changing turning points, and good memories, bad memories, our beliefs, major challenges, major dreams, the beliefs that give us values, it gives us our morals. Ultimately, this is what creates you. This is what creates me, Ramon Henry, being Ramon Henry. And as we grow, so does the story change, and so does who we become change. Now, ultimately, when we reach that end goal, the next journey is what they call giving birth to another generation. So basically, who we are, how are we going to take what we've become in our identity to give into the generation that comes behind us. Thank you for listening to my hopefully very short presentation on life's narrative.